Shit is crazy.
How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How's the world's doing? That's the real question.
Well, first of all, it's fucking breakout.
It is.
Like that's
yeah,
first and foremost.
Yeah, it is.
Like
it is. It's gonna be a cold winter. It's not even winter yet. That's what's crazy.
yeah, it's not.
Winter is like 2 days.
Yeah, 21st.
My sister's birthday. Shout out to Amani. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Happy early birthday.
Appreciate it. But yeah, it was really cold last night. Really cold, but nigga, the world is cold right now. So it's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world, and I'm not gonna lie.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like the 2 weeks ago, we had
the good
William and Steven always spoke about conspiracies, and then last week we had the anime episode. But I was excited to get back to like our regular shit, like our bread and butter, which is like current events. You know what I'm saying? I had a good time with those, but it's a lot of shit we gotta catch up on. But what's up with Kanye?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't have a Twitter. I don't follow him on Twitter.
You do have a Twitter. You just go on it.
Oh yeah. I do have a Twitter, but I'd rather
put my phone on do not disturb. But for those who haven't been keeping up like yourself,
what's going on with him?
He's getting bullied by Drake. He says.
Her? Drake.
Bully
Kanye.
Aubrey.
Drake
Graham. Yep. He's Kanye just Kanye. He went on a tirade on
Twitter.
On Twitter, and he literally posted at least like 100 tweets.
When?
This was December 13th. It was a couple days ago. Okay. Wow, that was 6 days? It seemed like that shit was last Thursday. Yeah, he was just, just he's tweeting a lot of things about how he didn't relay those messages to Pusha T, and he don't know why Drake has problems with him, and
why is he still talking about this?
I don't know. He feels a way about the disses on Sicko Mode and on No Stylist.
To be quite honest, I didn't even know he got dissed on Sicko Mode.
Yeah.
I don't.
Checks over stripes.
I didn't pay attention to
Made it right. Cut the lights. Pay the price. Niggas think it's sweet. It's on site. All that shit about Kanye. Allegedly.
I just like this.
Because they live literally down the block, make a left from Ye's house to Jake's house. So, I mean, but the song is a great song. #1 rap song of the year, in my opinion. Sicko Mode is the #1 hip-hop song of the year.
Okay, hip-hop. See, you edited your sentence. You said
but
rap
they
first.
rapping on it too, though. So what rap song, like, as far as now, we're not saying like personal preference. We're talking about like the impact and like the year that song had. When that song, the beat, the video, that shit.
I agree. There's a video too.
Yes.
I gotta watch the video.
Oh, it's crazy.
Nah, I fuck with that song a lot.
Crazy.
Like, one time I was doing Uber. Quick story. I was doing Uber, right? And I had these Asians in the car, and I was like, I usually ask what song you want to listen to, so I figured they would like this because they was going to the club in the
Bruce Lee.
So I put on Sicko Mode, and like the dude who was sitting in the passenger seat, like he was looking back, talking to his 3 friends in the back. As soon as he heard the beat, he turned around. He's like, I like this. Dead ass.
Is that voice?
I like this. And I like it so much. I played it again. I ran it back, and he was like nodding and shit. Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, so he said, I'm gonna read a couple of tweets that Ye said, right? And look, well, this went on for like a couple hours, right?
At night?
It was, this is the afternoon, 4 p.m., 3 p.m.
Okay.
Drake didn't tweet one time, just for the record, right? One of the tweets Ye said, he said, it's all love, bro, but don't play with me. You stay too close to be playing all these industry games, bro. I would never intentionally try to hurt you, bro. I never heard none of the diss tracks. That ain't my MO. Never did a diss record. What else he says? He says, sending purple emojis when I'm dealing with mental shit. I need my apologies now. Not through Scooter either. Not through Travis. And what he said.
Who's Scooter, a producer?
I think so. I don't know. This ain't about who could pay to have something done to somebody. This man-to-man, bro, this been bothering me too long. And apparently he says that Drake bought 2 rows of Pusha T's show.
I heard that.
And
the front rows.
Yeah, the front rows. And that's the same show in Toronto where the guy went on stage and apparently, allegedly, he got stabbed by one of Pusha T's crew. And he's in critical condition. Ye also tweeted that as well. Then he said Drake called him. He said Drake called him, threatening him.
I'm gonna fuck you up, man. I'm gonna fuck you up. I mean, I'm not saying.
He wrote that twice
Drake
though.
Sound like that, boy.
In 2 different tweets, he said Drake is threatening me, and then through all this mess of like how he's saying how I'm not gonna read all his shit, but the general gist of his tweets was how nobody should diss him in rap because he paved the way for a lot of rappers in the new rap style today. Yeah. He said there would be no Drake without Kanye. He said, but I know that Travis and Drake, I'm their biggest inspirations. Those guys love me. I love them too. And basically saying that like, and then Kim Kardashian tweeted saying that never threaten. She tweeted and she tagged Drake. She added Drake, which I ain't gonna lie. I think that Kanye West was on her phone writing this. Never threaten my husband or our family. He paved the way for there to be a Drake.
That don't sound like something Kim would say.
It doesn't, right? It doesn't. It doesn't, because he didn't threaten their family. He didn't threaten their family. Kanye
Do Kanye have anything coming out? Like
the same day them tweets came out, it's the same day the new colorway for his Yeezys came out.
Okay. All right.
How convenient.
Okay. I didn't even know this. Like
right.
that was a legit, genuine question I just asked.
Of course.
All right. Next topic.
Of
course. I'm playing, but you know it makes sense.
I said the same shit on my Twitter. I'm like, guess whose sneakers just got released today? Re-released. Kanye. Like, he's great. He's great at marketing. I'll give him that. But, I just want to address that last statement that was
he paved the way for Drake and Travis.
Paved the way how? I can understand, because I know a lot of y'all Kanye dick suckers is going to say, oh, he paved the way for people not having to be gangsters and street rappers to get put on, but there were other rappers out there that weren't street rappers that had success.
Yeah.
And he didn't even come under Kanye West. He came up under Lil Wayne. And he was rapping like
signed by
Lil
Jay
Wayne
Prince in
when
them
he
first.
came
Then he
out.
was,
right,
sent to Young Money.
And it's a whole bunch of things that Drake does that is why he's famous today that Kanye doesn't. Like, he actually sings. He's an actor. You know what I'm saying? He's never touched auto-tune. These are a lot of things that Kanye has done that you could say he's paid way for other guys that Drake has never touched or even does better. So this whole arrogance of like, I paved the way, there would not be a Drake. So basically Drake would be on the street somewhere not successful because of it for Kanye.
He'd be singing at 14th Street, Union Square.
That's fucking crazy.
All I see with Kanye and his actions is a narcissist eager for attention and help.
Yeah.
Well, not eager so much for the help, but eager for the attention. But he needs help.
Yeah.
Spiritual, mental, psychological help.
Very narcissistic. For sure. Because everything is me, me, me. Even when he talks about Travis, he says things like, I bet you there won't be another check over stripes line on a Travis song. And all these things about like, I need like, just...
Well, he spoke to Travis at
very
Thanksgiving?
demanding. Yeah, he said that...
Because, both of them...
He said that Travis met him at his house later that day or the next day, and they spoke.
What, the day he sent out the tweets?
Yeah, it was either the same day or the next day. But it's just like, you talking about him, he said that he should have never allowed Drake to send sneak disses to him on his track, because that's like family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a child with Kylie, Kylie is your wife's sister, right? But didn't you produce Infrared, the track on Pusha T album, that dissed Drake, who was your friend at the time?
Kanye make no
who helped you on Ye? So that's a contradiction, and you're being a hypocrite right now.
He said, the first tweet you read, you said, well, he said that, don't play these games with me, bro. Did he say anything about meeting up and speaking as men?
No, not with Drake. He did say he tried to call Drake, but Drake wasn't returning his calls.
But don't they live in like the same neighborhood?
They live like 10 minutes away.
So you can't walk to his house or take an Uber to his house or just jog to his house?
That's what niggas are saying. That's what niggas are saying.
You make no sense. First you came out about Jay-Z, and then you told the world,
another sucker move.
Don't send your shooters after me. So basically,
you're doing the same shit with Drake.
It's the exact same thing. So anything that happens,
he plays the victim.
The fans or the people would assume that the person you was talking to or talking about, the person you was addressing, potentially sent somebody after you.
Right.
Even though it could be somebody acting 100% out of free will.
Right.
So you're basically protecting yourself, in a sense, before you antagonize.
Right.
I don't respect these moves by Kanye West. I thought you was a man.
Yeah, it was still need that apology for mentioning the 350s and trying to take food out your idol's kids' mouths. Saying things like, you know, I'm his idol.
Wait, you was telling me something about Saint?
Yeah, earlier he was like, in the song when Drake was like, made a right, you know, cut the left, made a right, and in single mode, he was saying something like, Saint is on my right. Like, making it seem like as if, like, if Drake's coming for you, he's gonna try to harm the kids as well. Type shit. Like, he was saying things like, you ignore my calls, but you texting Chris asking how's the family. Like, yeah, he don't fuck with you.
Yeah. Drake
don't fuck with you personally. But he's met Kylie and he's met Chris and he's been to these dinners with them, and just because I don't fuck with you don't mean I gotta shun the whole family. Yeah. Kanye, that's not how life works. It's not your
family. You married into the family.
Yeah, you married into the family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's an idiot.
I don't have to stop fucking with everybody because I stop fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? That's for that narcissist, arrogant, I'm Kanye, you have to like me, you have to talk to me. It's like in The Office. Michael Scott was like, do I have to be liked? I don't need to be liked.
Yeah.
I want to be liked, but I don't have to be liked. Yeah. Like, it's like Ye needs to be liked. He needs people to praise him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, and I didn't even notice this until Joe Budden pointed it out. And Rory actually did it on their podcast, Joe Budden podcast, shout out to them. He was like, that song on Travis' album called Stop Trying to Be God. I never even peeped. It's a good song, but that could be a shot to Kanye. Because Kanye had the whole Yeezus thing. New album gonna be called Yandhi. Like,
what's Yandhi?
Like, Yandhi is like Yeezy mixed with
Kanye?
No. What's the other guy? Fucking Gandhi. He's mixing Gandhi with Ye. So it's gonna be called
fucking racist.
It's gonna be called Yandhi because he sees himself in that like
as a piece, like
in that godly figure, as far as like worship and praising. Like, oh, he's such a, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that that Kanye's saying that it just sounds ridiculous, and yeah. So I just wanted to mention that, and but another thing that I saw before we move on from this Kanye shit, because like I said before, we're gonna keep mentioning him because he's gonna keep saying shit. He's
I'm saying dumb shit.
Yeah, he's gonna say some shit that's gonna we got a podcast, so it's interesting. We're gonna talk about it. But a few months ago, when Scorpion came out, and Drake, you know, when XXX and Drake had beef, right? Now this is gonna sound crazy.
This is Kanye?
No. This is a thread that I found on Twitter.
Okay.
Now this gonna sound crazy, and I'm not suspecting anybody. I'm not saying anything.
You're not insinuating that
I'm not. No, I'm just entertaining the idea. I'm playing white devil's advocate right now. White devil's advocate.
Okay.
So it's a thread on Twitter right now, right? That's saying that Drake has something to do with XXX getting killed. And a few months ago, I remember talking to my boy Hansel, and I said it in a car. I remember the day.
What was the day?
On the day, but
so you don't remember.
I remember the day, meaning the moment.
You remember having the conversation.
Yeah, the moment. And it's a part, and I'm upset when he was like, Triple X, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Why you keep on shooting?
If you know that nigga
dead. That's the only time you ever get some respect, right?
Yeah.
And when XXX passed, he was shot in the neck. And when the reports first came out, it was a lot of reports saying we don't know if he's dead yet. He's not responsive, right? So that always stuck out to me because they had beef.
Okay.
XXX was talking about Drake's mom, saying he want to sleep with her, she's attractive, and saying Drake's a fuck nigga, fuck Drake, and all this other shit, right?
Rap shit,
right? But you bring moms into it, it's
still rap shit.
It's a little bigger than
still rap shit.
It's a little bigger than rap
shit. There's rappers that spoke about each other's mom. Still rap shit.
And some of them get
none of them got killed.
Some of them got touched for that. We don't know every rap beef in the world.
Okay, yeah, we don't know.
I'm pretty sure you mentioned somebody's mom.
As far as the high profile ones, they didn't get killed for that.
So the thread goes on, and it's a what was it? And Mob Ties, I said this also. He was like Louis bags in exchange for body bags. That line always stuck out to me too. And then the song was about get rid of these niggas. I'm tired of niggas, get rid of these niggas. So like I said, it's a stretch to think that Drake would do something that has something to do with this, but it's something to think about.
But I'm gonna say this though. We also gotta remember that XXX died before this album dropped. When Drake was on The Shop, he said, I did not have Mob Ties. I did not have, like, damn near half the album finished. Well, I didn't have half the songs on that I happened to put on the album, right? So we don't know if he could be just being witty with the words and using.
Not exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
The beef with Pusha T came after XXX died.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So either way,
so all he's doing is using words to.
I mean, he could say that. Yeah, this and I mean, anybody can say anything.
I'm just stating the other side. I'm stating the yin to the yang that you're alluding. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I understand.
Yeah.
He could say, yeah, I wrote these after this whole shit happened and inspired me. But the fact of the matter is, it did happen sometime after the kid died.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
what I'm
had
saying.
time to, you know, add a little shit that correlates and, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't believe he did it, but it's just interesting. Like, some of these lines is like, XXX, shoot below the neck, Louis bags, change for body bags. Those like trigger terms that I heard. I was like, okay, that's kind of like I immediately when I heard like that sounds like that. Immediately when I heard it, and then this comes out with the thread. I'm like, okay, maybe I wasn't the only person that thought that.
I caught them too. It's just I never.
That was interesting to me.
Looked into it.
But yo, Drake on his bully shit, man, getting niggas killed. He threatening Kanye. I'm joking.
Allegedly.
I know I'm joking. What's I got? Oh, so I know you didn't watch the interview with Ebro and Kodak. Right? Nah. So
I gotta watch it.
It's
I just watched it on the Breakfast Club. I mean, I hope so.
Yeah. That's a really dang for that. That interview was fucking hilarious.
I was dying.
But it's a lot of talks. There's a lot of different opinions surrounding
why he walked out.
Yeah, the interview with him and Ebro in the morning, and Rosenberg, and why he walked out. And I'm kind of on Ebro's side because I know how biased hip hop is for, and this is nothing against Kodak, but we're biased for niggas that we fuck with. We're biased for people that could possibly be abusers or are abusers. There's a few names I could name, but I'm not. And we're very biased for people that, we're biased against people that call out those types of people. Not saying Ebro is calling them out, but in the interview, they had a great interview. They said it was like 18 minutes long. At the end, he didn't even ask him a question, which everybody is saying. He didn't ask him about, he has a rape accusation. Mm-hmm. He didn't ask him about that. He mentioned, he said, hey, we know you have an open case right now. You have some accusations about rape. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, you can come back on the show. We can dive deep into it because we take that type of subject very serious on this show.
Yeah.
Ended it right there. And then there was an awkward pause. And then Rosenberg tried to chime in, change the subject, lighten the mood. And then Kodak was irritated. And then you got the moment where they was like, why you brought it up? Well, you got mad that I brought it up. And then that's when he said,
Kodak asked him why you brought it up?
No. Ebro said, you seem upset that I brought it up. And Kodak was like, I feel like when somebody going through shit, y'all entertained by bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he was like, you change the subject or I'm finna walk out. Then Ebro, you know, egos and egos. Alright, you can walk out then, we done. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. Is it wrong for Ebro to kind of bring up that? Because you got a rapper on the show, that's great. His album just came out, that's great. But he had a rape accusation on, like, it's public knowledge. It's not like he just, like, he knows some shit we don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. I would say it should have been discussed beforehand, before the interview took place. Like, yo, can we ask about this?
And Ebro and them said they didn't come and had like a pre-show saying you can't talk about this. They just walked in and sat down.
That's what I'm saying. You should have, like, you know, just make sure, like, because it's a current case. Mm-hmm. Ask about it. Like, yo, can we ask you about such and such? Like when we had Camp Zero, is there anything you don't want us to touch on?
Right, we did.
It's just being professional.
Mm-hmm.
It's just being, you know, having that common courtesy. But at the same time, I understand this is your job. Your job is to be, you know, media personality, ask questions, inquire about what's going on in that person's life.
Right.
At the same time, on Kodak's, you know, side, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's an open case. You can't really
That's
think
it.
about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. I said...
Or because he said, because...
it wasn't a question. He could have said, all right, next time we will come back and talk about it.
Exactly. He could have been like, yeah, this is the wrong time to talk about it. It's an open case. I don't want to say nothing that may incriminate me or that might be misconstrued and used against me.
Kodak is not really that.
He's intellectual. He said on the Breakfast Club, he's intellectual.
He
has intellectuality.
Like no, he doesn't.
You didn't catch what I said. But
yeah,
because he used that word.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But not trying to play him, but I mean, at the same time, it's like all you had to say was, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
But
next time,
like I said, like, yo, each person, and what I don't agree with is how, based on how you said it once again, because I didn't watch it, I don't think Ebro should have been like, we done here. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because now it makes it seem like this is what you wanted. You may have wanted me to react like this.
That's what people think.
By bringing it up. Like, all you had to say, once again, being professional.
That's what people think.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to come off like that. I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't want you to get jammed up. I don't want to ask you about it. I would prefer, you know, after the case, we speak about it, you know, after it's addressed and, you know, your life is, everything is good. Because I don't want you to say anything that may jam you up during that case or pertaining to that case.
Mm-hmm.
This is all either party had to say to negate that whole situation.
Right. See, I kind of
Rosenberg, instead of switching the subject, he should have smoothed it out as well. I mean, like, people try to play Kodak like he's dumb. Okay, if he's dumb, like y'all perceive him to be, how about one of you be the bigger dumb. Man? He's I said perceive.
As in, like,
that's how people perceive. So if he's dumb, as how, like, you know, according to how these or media personalities or how certain people perceive him to be, how about one of you elderly men, you know, look out for him, smooth it out, like transition properly instead of being, you know.
The thing is, they tried to, and that's why I said I'm kind of on Ebro's side, because okay, you on my show, right? And this is
well, before you continue, without me being here, without anybody else being here, your show is not that.
That's I'm about to get to that because Ebro.
It's not that much content to your show.
That's not true, but I'm gonna get to
Breakfast Club. If it's just Angela Yee, Charlamagne, and Envy every episode, there's not much content to the damn show. You need guests.
That's not true.
All right, that's your opinion. I know.
No, that's their opinion too. That's what they stand on. They stand on like
content with
we're
a
good
guest.
Without guests. That's what they stand on. Like
content
we have
with
personalities. We
content
good without guests.
with a guest.
I would watch them without guests.
I would too.
I just don't.
But
I'm saying,
what I'm saying is, content without guests far exceeds content without a guest. Especially if it's a guest. Let me edit that. Especially if it's a guest that people want to see, people love, people adore, people want to hear, you know, advice or stories from. That's how I see it.
So you perceive our show to be better with guests than without?
No, that's what I'm saying. I said content with a guest would exceed content without a guest.
Yeah, meaning it's...
If you speak about anime, for example,
yeah,
that's like, I would say it's limited conversation as opposed to having someone else on who could add another ideology, another perspective to things. That's what I'm alluding to. But it's different perspectives. Because after watching the first 100 episodes and you're familiar with these two entities or these three entities, now you get a sense of everyone's personality. But a guest brings a whole different personality, a whole different dynamic, a whole different perspective.
I'm talking about.
I'm not saying we're
the show being good. Like basically, the show can't last. Like their show can't last if they don't have guests. I don't believe that.
I never said it can't last.
So
I said
what was your original point as far as like if you said like if Kodak never went there? Like,
he said he don't need. He said they don't need.
Well, let me get to what I was saying about Ebro, right? The reason why I agree with Ebro because when he first mentioned that about we hope you come back and it was silence about Kodak. He didn't say that. He looked at Ebro with a mean girl, right? That's when Peter Rosenberg he jumped in and he asked him a question about the moon landing, trying to like, you know, ease the mood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like, that's bullshit. Right? Like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Like, cursed at them, raised like in a rude way. And then there was silence again. And then that's when
because he's already pissed off. Yeah.
That's not their problem.
I know.
And then that's when Ebro was like, you seem upset. Even then, Ebro, I've seen Ebro go off the meter, but even then he was still, even after he cursed at his co-host, he still was like, you seem upset that I brought it up. Still being cordial. Or
being strategic.
You can say that.
Go ahead.
And then that's when he was like, you know, I feel like you guys entertained about bullshit. And then Ebro was like, what he said? He was like, well, we did try to change the subject. That's what Peter Rosenberg tried to do. And then you cursed at them or whatever. And then he was like, that's bullshit. I said, that's bullshit. And then that's when he was like, we'll change the subject before. And then that's when I'm like, all right, we tried to be nice. I tried 2 or 3 times to see why you was upset and smooth it out, but you still cursing at us. This is my show. We don't gotta change shit. You could dip.
I get what you're saying.
You could leave.
Yeah.
And then the next day, Ebro reiterated. He was like, and I ain't gonna lie. when he said this, I liked it a lot. Because rappers get this misconstrued. And we don't have the same problem. He was like, understand, all you rappers, we don't need none of y'all niggas.
Yeah.
This show is good without any of y'all niggas.
Okay.
We don't have to have another guest on here again. Our shit gonna be fine.
Mm.
And I believe that. Because they got good personalities and I listen to their content when they're talking about regular shit. Yeah. I watch their regular shit more than they guest shit. So, and I think that's why he got that attitude at the end. Like, you telling me to change my subject? Oh, you gonna leave? You can leave now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then
we don't need any guests either.
Yeah, we don't. It's cool to have y'all here, but we don't need y'all.
Because that wasn't the initial reason for our podcast, not to have guests.
Right,
to be quite honest.
Exactly.
But that's not what I was necessarily saying. Like,
I thought
we are trash without guests.
No, I
wasn't saying that.
Not us. I thought you meant like...
Or any platform. I'm not saying.
They need guests to like,
I'm just saying, guests would add to their fan base.
Oh,
if I'm a huge J. Cole fan, which I am, and I see him up there, I'm going to watch his interview because I'm a huge J. Cole fan. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
Adds to the fan base.
Yeah. But then, you know, Trick Daddy and others, you know, even Tory Lanez was like, he did some bitch shit and...
Who? Ebro?
Yeah. Once again, he thought he asked him a question, which when you gotta take your emotions out of it and don't be biased and really pay attention, he didn't ask him a question. Even with Trick Daddy, he said, Ebro, you asked him he didn't ask him a question. But I can't be mad at Trick Daddy because Kodak is his little homie. And
they're from Florida. You gotta watch out.
Yeah, and some could say that Ebro, you know, you could see that Ebro did have a he did have a motive behind not accident, but mentioning that just to see if he could get a reaction out of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that big of a deal to be trying to, I want smoke and all that type of shit.
It didn't necessarily mean that. It could also mean views. Like, if I know this nigga walk out, like, look at the Birdman shit. Birdman walked out, views for Breakfast Club.
Right, that shit was like, that's just like 30 seconds.
My nigga, all we gotta do is piss a guest off and they walk out, views.
Yeah.
And we gonna label it. Kodak Black walks out on Hot 97. Ebro in the morning.
Yeah.
But that's... I mean, my last thing I'm gonna touch on with this is I see where you came from. I see what you were saying with the whole because I agree too when you reiterated it, saying that he
was being nice. He's being cordial.
He said we tried to change the subject, but yet Kodak said change the subject. I'm gonna leave.
Right.
It made no sense.
Yeah.
They clearly tried to change the subject.
Yeah. He wanted them to change it again. Like,
so it's like
we trying to lighten the mood. Like, understand rappers. Like, the interview ain't gonna always 100% be about your music.
Celebrities, anybody, period. They need to understand if you're going through some shit, legal shit at that, you're gonna be fucking asked about it. You're going on an interview.
Yeah.
The fuck? What does an interview mean?
Yeah.
Like questions.
Yeah, they're gonna ask you. Just say I don't want to talk about it.
Say it beforehand.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Which they didn't. That's what they said.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You're going on an interview. You're going through legal shit that you may not want to talk about, or you may not want to talk about with this specific person,
right,
or on this specific platform because you know how people are, or you just don't fuck with them like that. State it beforehand. Yo, I have a problem with y'all. I'm here to support, show love, or whatever, but I don't want to talk about this. Please don't ask me about this.
Right.
All right, cool. That's it.
Right.
Moving on.
Last before we get off the pop culture shit, I just want to speak on Kevin Hart right now.
Yeah,
because apparently Kevin Hart is Hollywood's boogeyman now. Like, he's a
prominent black figure.
It's
black
crazy.
Male figure.
They pulling up tweets from...
They build you up and then they break you down.
They pulling up tweets from 10 years ago.
2007, 2008.
Understand. This nigga's a comedian.
Shit that he already apologized about.
He already brought this up already. And apologized for it. Explained it already. At the end of the day, he's a comedian. Me personally, if comedians could speak about people that have passed, died, fucking, they talked about slavery,
got AIDS.
the Holocaust, Mad shit. We can't joke on y'all being gay. We could joke on slavery and niggas dying. We can't talk about y'all being gay.
Because it's
like,
a touchy subject.
like,
because niggas is actually gay.
We that sensitive, but niggas really was in slavery.
I know, but we're not black, so we don't care.
That shit is crazy to me, son.
And I'll let this be known. I honestly believe that jokes pertaining to slavery can go way more in depth and can go way more left than jokes pertaining to the Holocaust. That's just my belief.
Yeah.
Because Holocaust jokes, them niggas on your head. Them niggas is on your fucking head. The only thing you could say is speak about the trains. Don't speak about the gas chambers. Don't speak about this. Don't speak about SS. Don't speak about. You see what I'm saying? Niggas mad touchy.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't think a comedian should apologize for any fucking joke.
Yeah, me either. It's a joke.
Any joke.
It's a joke.
Granted, there are some white comedians who might use the N-word.
But that's a certain language
but that's
exactly. That's nuance.
You know exactly.
You know you can't use
exactly.
that. There's history behind that.
And they try to disguise it as a joke. No. This is not a fucking joke. You know what the fuck you're doing.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
it's different between, like, understand that in the black community, like even today, somebody will call you a faggot, and they don't even mean like yo you look gay, you act gay. They just mean like yo you acting like a bitch right now.
Or you
but
weird.
Like they
on some weirdo
yo,
shit.
But like on some subconscious shit, like
they don't deadass mean
like I don't say that, but that person may not even see gay people as bitch made people, but just like growing up, like faggot just meant like you act like a bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should.
But they don't even think they're not homophobic. It's just like a term that we just use. So that's what I'm saying about, like, it's different between like saying faggot and saying nigger. Yeah. Cause nigger, it ain't no nigger. You know. You know. You know. Your mind is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but he stepped down from hosting the Oscars. And I
was fucking with him in the beginning when he was like, yo, I'm not apologizing.
Yeah, like, but then he ended up apologizing. Yeah.
I was like, damn, Kevin, you already apologized.
Yeah, because he stood tall in his shit at first. Yeah,
he's like,
he was like, you know what?
If y'all don't want me, I'll step down. Shit.
Exactly. Yep.
Because I would be like, I already stepped down. The fuck? I'm still apologizing? You know I might as well do the shit now.
But you know what it is? At the end of the day, he a businessman. Exactly. And look, that probably was the smartest move for him. Yeah, he got endorsements. Exactly. He got stockholders that's he don't want nobody pulling out. Hosting this fucking Oscars, you know what I'm saying? Don't let your ego
fuck up your money.
You know what I'm saying? For your family and all that. Apologize to these niggas, yada yada yada.
Me personally, I wouldn't apologize, but I understand why he did it. Yeah, like, I wouldn't. I'd be like, fuck y'all niggas. Yeah. I'm good. Because he did say that. I'm good. I don't need to host y'all shit.
But like, you know... Yeah, nah, he did say that. He did say that. He don't need the host. They asked him. And I heard he declined for a few years. And he's finally doing it. But, you know... Before Nick Cannon. Okay. Nick Cannon brought up Amy Schumer. He brought up fucking Chelsea Handler, old tweets. Some other white lady old tweets of them saying homophobic terminology, and there was no backlash for them. I mean, obviously we know why, but I'm glad Nick Cannon did that. Like, oh, so there's no backlash for these women and these white men?
And Kevin clearly said the same energy and effort put into finding these old tweets could have been directed to finding all my apologies pertaining to these
fixing
tweets.
It and him, yeah. That's real talk.
All it is.
That's real talk.
All it is, and let me just address this too. Dear dickheads and dickheadettes, making a gay joke or saying somebody is gay or disagreeing with the gay lifestyle, LGBTQ lifestyle, does not make you homophobic.
Yeah, right.
A phobia is a fear. It just means you has disagreement with that person and their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Or that person and their views.
Right.
That's all it fucking means. It does not mean I fear you.
It's like if you disagree with being a Christian, you
arachnophobia. Yeah, exactly. Arachnophobia is fear of spiders. If I see a spider, I'm gonna run. I fear because I think my life is, you know, I'm just frightful of it.
Yeah.
When I see a gay person, I shut my fucking mouth, or I just don't say anything to them. That does not mean I fear them. It just means I don't want to speak to them. I'm not speaking for me personally. But I'm saying people with this mindset, it does not mean you fear them. Fucking dumbasses. Damn, though, people are legit fucking stupid. That's what I'm saying.
Homophobic, that word gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah, like anti-Semite.
Yeah, when people
fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. It gets thrown around a lot. It gets thrown around a lot. Let me fix my word.
Yeah.
Because, it's like once you disagree with somebody, you know, it's like this whole agenda. Oh, he disagreed with me. Yeah. Let's make him seem like this so he don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Let's make him bow down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah. And that's not, in this country where everybody's supposed to be, you know,
free,
the land of the free world, you know, all these free words, free thought, freedom of speech. You disagree with somebody, you get chastised, your fucking career's over, all this other bullshit. So it's like...
Disagree with certain people.
Right. But, shout out to Kevin Hart, man.
Keep holding your head high, man.
Yeah.
Next time, don't apologize to these niggas.
Right.
Tell them suck your dick like Tory Lanez. But yo, Mark Lamont Hill, another brother that I have my disagreements with, but who was chastised for free speech.
Oh, yeah.
So you heard about what happened? Like he's fired from CNN and shit?
Yeah, because his comments on the...
Palestinians.
Palestinians, yeah.
That they deem as anti-Semitic. All he said was, from the river to the sea, I would like to see... a free Palestine. A free Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He clarified it on the Breakfast Club interview.
Pretty much what he said. And I agree with him, to be quite honest. Before we started recording, I was telling you about before World War I, the whole what is now Israel was Palestine, and like it was 3 maps that I was looking at of the same region. Before World War I, the whole thing was like navy blue, and it said Palestine. After Balfour Declaration, after World War I ended, Israel was granted the land by the British Crown. Who are them to be giving away land on this earth? I don't know, but you saw like a little section that was Israel, majority was Palestine. 20 years later, Israel was like half, Palestine was half. 30 years later, leading all the way to 2014, Israel is now encompasses the whole region. What's so funny about this? That they chose this region out of every, landmass on the planet. Jerusalem is in Palestine. Correlate that to the Bible. Jerusalem is supposedly where Jesus is from, or where Jesus died. It has close, knittings with Jesus. They believe that the Messiah will come through them. So you kill the black Messiah to now give birth to the new Messiah. Because that makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
You kill a fucking Messiah to bring a new Messiah in. Cool. It depends on... now it makes me look at which Messiah are you bringing in.
Right.
A righteous Messiah or unrighteous Messiah?
Or demonic.
That unrighteous Messiah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fucking 666. Yeah, demonic. Y'all niggas demonic. Like, not all Jews, but they know who the fuck I'm talking about. Like, the top niggas.
I like when you say that word.
Yeah, these niggas demonic. So, apparently, because Mark Lamont Hill expresses his concern and his agreement for a free Palestinian state.
Anti-Semitic.
He's anti-Semitic and he should be fired.
And he did get fired too.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. But you disagree with them, so you know you have to do this. Don't fucking disagree with us.
Yeah. And the Jews run majority of American media, so it's only right that...
Yeah.
It's only obvious that he would get fired.
Yeah, yeah.
After they made him denounce... Even though they made him denounce Minister Louis Farrakhan.
But that's not even fun. That's one group.
Yeah,
you gotta,
it's like...
You gotta tread lightly on.
Yeah.
That's the Jews. The Jewish people.
Exactly. Make sure you throw that ish.
Yeah, that ish.
Yeah.
I be having to tell people.
So it's like... But I mean, even though I'd have my disagreements with Mark Lamont Hill because of what he said in regards to our sister, Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, who's the author of ISIS Papers, and him denouncing Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. It's like...
He denounced the Nation of Islam as well? He said that?
Well, I don't... If you denounce Minister Louis Farrakhan, you denounce the Nation of Islam.
Nah, that's not true. That is not true.
What is the Nation of Islam?
So if I denounce
what
one
is the Nation
person,
of Islam?
Wait, if I denounce one person, I'm denouncing everything he's connected to? Come on, that's not fair. If I denounce you, do I denounce every black person?
I don't stand for all black people. All black people is not an organization that I head.
If I denounce J. Cole, do I denounce the whole Rock Nation?
J. Cole does not head Rock Nation.
If I denounce Jay-Z, do I denounce...
You making no fucking... You making bad analogies. Let me just... Let me address it. Let me break it down.
If I denounce Jay-Z, do I denounce the whole Rock Nation? Because he controls Rock Nation. He's the head of Rock Nation.
Is Rock Nation an organization?
Yeah.
Or is it a label?
Some would say it's an organization.
Well, I guess.
You don't...
Well, I guess.
That's not denounce... All right. Nah, I don't agree with that.
Because you see, that's a bad analogy because
it is a bad analogy.
Rock Nation consists of artists with different views, different content.
Bad analogy. It is bad analogy.
Nation of Islam is one.
But I'm still saying that I don't agree that if you denounce.
Well, you gotta look at his post. You gotta look at his post.
Okay, read it for me.
I don't have the post. I read it before though. Look it up. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Look up.
Because I doubt he
Mark
said.
Lamont Hill denounced Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
It was a Facebook post. He wrote a paragraph.
All right. Mark Lamont.
I'm a paraphrase what he said in the meantime. He basically said meeting Dr. Khalid Muhammad, bald-headed, dark-skinned brother who used to spit that fire. He was like he was like a Malcolm X. He had no, he was unapologetically black, unapologetically African, unapologetically a Muslim. He said meeting him changed his whole dynamic, whole way of thinking. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. And then something about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Mm-hmm. Long story short, that they brought that up and forced him to denounce Minister Farrakhan. This is why I said denouncing Farrakhan is indeed denouncing the Nation of Islam as well.
Assuming they forced him. Under the assumption that they forced Mark Lamont Hill to denounce, right?
No, they did force him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got that job. This is why they forced Barack Obama to denounce Farrakhan twice as well. If he didn't, he would not have become president. These are facts. These are facts that I'm spitting.
They're believed to be facts.
No, these are facts.
I'm not saying I disagree.
All right, these are facts. I know my conviction. These are facts that I'm saying right now. Like you laughing, I'm dead serious. These are facts that I'm saying. You see my shit higher than yours right now? Yeah. When I'm in my bag, I'm in my fucking bag. Trust. But they forced him to denounce Farrakhan the same way they forced Barack Obama to denounce Farrakhan and Pastor Jeremiah Wright in Chicago. What I'm saying though is, if he had not denounced him, he wouldn't have obtained that job at CNN. And because he said what he said, because what he said about Palestine,
that's an assumption, bro.
And that's a touchy subject with them because they know they stole the land of the Palestinians. They got to get rid of him because they want to make him a lesson. Why? Because Farrakhan says the same thing.
Make an example.
Yeah, lesson, example, same thing. Because Farrakhan says the same thing pertaining to Palestinians and the Jews there. You see what I'm saying? What is Gaza? What is West Bank? You see what I'm saying? Who inhabits West Bank more than the other side of, where, mainly inhabited by the Jews?
So
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I just wanna stick my foot in this real quick. I'm on this article on freebeacon.com, whatever. It's just speaking on his interview on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And that's why I gotta find that post where he spoke about.
I'm gonna look for it and send it to you.
Now, I'm gonna find it before we leave this shit, because right now he's saying apparently he's not willing to denounce my brother Farrakhan. He calls it double standard for black political figures, and basically like saying that even though he loves Farrakhan, there are things that
he disagree with.
Disagree with which
is 100% acceptable. And Farrakhan said it himself. I'm human just like you. I do not consider myself as a higher human being than you. So by all means, I accept criticism.
Right. So that's what I say about, okay. Once again, I still want to reiterate that I disagree with if you denounce a person, you denounce everything that he's connected to. Like his organization, his.
That's your opinion.
You know, so
your question should have been, where do the Nation of Islam stand on the Jews, Israel, and the current Palestinian state? So you could get a greater understanding or overstanding of how all of this ties into one another. Ask brother Wesley Muhammad where he stand on it. Ask Nuri Muhammad where he stand. Ask, brother Rissa Islam, brother Ben X, 19 Keys. Ask all these people, where do they stand? Ask Farrakhan's wife. Ask his kids. Ask Mustafa.
I'm trying to find this Facebook post. I can't find it though.
But I'm gonna move on.
When was this? In October?
That he denounced them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was it further back?
It was before, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it's before he started working for CNN or just after he started working for CNN.
I'm gonna figure it out after, but I ain't trying to spend
exactly.
silence moments. Shut up. What we got next though?
So to tie in with what you had touched on last week and briefly on the week prior episode with the Chinese and what they're all the demonic shit that y'all are doing in Xinjiang, China.
Yeah.
To the Muslims, I was looking up some shit last night. I was reading, they doing some real fucked up demonic shit. They're forcing the Muslims there to denounce Islam. They're forcing them to adapt.
We said it's gonna do that though. We said it's gonna do that. Yeah, we said that.
Thank you for remembering. I called that.
Yeah.
I called it. Adapt atheism, pledge their allegiance to China, forced to drink alcohol and eat pork.
Yeah, that's just some petty shit. Cause that's against their religion, and against they values.
Well, everything, yeah. And then force them to say chants like, "There's no such thing as religion," and "All hail the Chinese state."
But I ain't gonna lie, I was under the impression that the Chinese are religious themselves. They're very religious, they believe in God.
I thought so too.
You know what'd be sick if they still keep their religion, but they just want these people to just be atheists. They just want to just clean them out of everything. But I mean, that's what you do when you
take away exactly.
That's some real.
That's what they did to us in slavery. They changed our religion. They changed our language. They changed our way of thinking.
They just erasing their shit. They ain't even trying to.
if somebody grew up with certain values, traditions, and principles, VIPs, right? And you take away that person's like religion, which is their backbone, which guides them to maneuver through life, that person no longer has any will of living.
Yeah, yeah.
You just created a fucking white Zetsu.
Facts. Facts.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
So now, whatever I tell you to do, you're gonna do. Why? Because you have been mentally and spiritually suppressed.
Yeah. Not even suppressed, like,
well,
fucking deleted.
Yeah.
Like drained. There's nothing less in the cup. Yeah, that's some sick shit.
Some more sick shit. California just passed a law. Give me a minute. I just had it. It's called SB 1172.
That phone is on airplane mode, right?
Yeah.
All right.
California recently passed a law, SB 1172. And
California is fucking crazy.
Basically what this does is it restricts any psychologist, doctor, any doctor or someone who is certified in psychology, psychiatry, and basically pertaining to someone's mental, state. You can no longer administer or tell a child, administer anything that may dissuade or deter a child from stating their alliance or them feeling to be part of the LGBTQ community. So if they're under 18, if they come to you,
4-year-old want to just say, "Hey, I'm gay," or like, "I'm part of
LGBTQ," you cannot be like, "Oh, are you sure?" Oh, how about you read these pamphlets?
Can't question it. Yeah.
How about you read these pamphlets and come back to me so we could discuss more? Because maybe you're just confused right now. No. If they say that, they automatically die. You can't say shit. And if you say anything, you lose your license, or you could get sued, or both.
Which is kind of idiotic. Not even like. It's idiotic more so, not even because of the aspect of some children maybe saying that they're gay or whatever. Mm-hmm. Just, you should question any child under a certain age. Because kids are very impressionable. I've literally seen kids lie about shit that has I've literally seen them lie about some shit that has never occurred. But they just wanted to lie about it to sometimes have a cool story to their friends, or just have something to talk about, or just maybe get you in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like kids start believing things that is happening around them because it seems normal. So like they convince themselves that they're that. You know what I'm saying? But they're kids though. So they're not capable of understanding their mental capacity of things manipulating them and influencing them. They just going with the flow. And if you not the adult to be like, hey, maybe we should challenge this.
Exactly.
That can spiral down. And I'm not saying being gay is bad. I'm just saying at a young age, we don't know these things. So we should kind of challenge it and see what's the real deal.
What is gay exactly?
But if there's no barriers and no prerequisites of like, all right, why are you feeling this way? Because those are valid questions for anybody.
Exactly.
But if nobody
I want to kill somebody, why are you feeling this way?
Why? Right. Even now, like even when it comes to shit like that.
I can't talk to you about that. Sorry, just go shoot up this fucking school.
Yeah, that's just idiotic. That's irresponsible.
It's irresponsible from a logical standpoint. Yeah. But from an agenda standpoint, that is 100%. Because we know that soy fucks with your hormones.
And I can't eat Impossible Burgers anymore.
We know, what is it? Atrazine fucks with and alters our hormones. Yeah. So we cannot utilize navy beans to balance out and bring that state of, Like when you back into everything, back into play, like balance.
I'm lost too.
We can't utilize this to basically
Fucking cut it out.
Bring back
normality. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't balance out the shit no more. You can't balance it out with navy beans. So
Right.
that would be like an external factor being utilized. In addition to, I can't speak to you, so I can't, there's no, even though I'm certified in this field. So
wait, so they just passed it, so it's implemented already. It's a done deal.
And people signed the shit.
So
like parents signed it.
So that's for, is that just for like?
Well, the Supreme Court.
That's therapists, psychologists,
school psychologists, school counselors, all of that. None of them could speak to kids about it.
School counselors are for, though.
Exactly. But
so this gotta go.
Another funny thing about it.
That's fucking dumb. It
goes hand in hand with pedophilia because if Uncle Robbie touched me and now I'm feeling a little, I'm feeling weird. Like I'm looking at other males now in a sexual way, in a sexual manner, and having these desires. Now I can't speak to nobody because it specified about male and female and female. It never said anything about age range, and it never said anything about, like a 60-year-old man touching a 12-year-old little girl. Never specified these things.
Yeah.
And what's going on around the world right now with the whole pedophilia shit, like people are coming out, more and more people, more, rings are being bust.
They're calling it pedosexuals now. I seen that on Twitter.
Yeah, and they're actually pushing for the legalization of it because they're trying to come in through the LGBTQ society.
Yeah, which y'all shouldn't even be, and I'm sure y'all not. Hopefully y'all not, but y'all should be on the forefront. Like, nah, y'all not gonna connect that to our movement. Nah.
But it do go. I'm gonna say this. It do go hand in hand in a sense, to an extent.
Dive deeper into that, cause I don't know what you mean by that.
What, gay and pedophilia?
Yeah.
Like I said,
Uncle
Robbie fucked me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Cause he's gay, and he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at other males in a sexual fucking way.
Be gay.
Not saying every gay person turned gay this way.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the turn.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna read a quick excerpt from the law.
I had something I was gonna say. I totally forgot about this whole I think I was gonna say that it's just very irresponsible of us to not. It's very responsible and it's very lazy. Cause isn't that what speaking to some people was about? People that's like not in your circle. Like, you're gonna get the best out of a conversation when people are not just agreeing with you and letting you say what you want, and they're holding you accountable in a sense, right? Like, you can't just say, hey, I'm doing this, and they're like, all right. That's why you have guidelines. You have, not saying that it's guidelines when it comes to being gay and shit, but I'm just saying, like, if there's no room for anybody to challenge you on anything, and when I say challenge, I just mean question.
Yeah.
Like, hey, why you feel that way? That's technically a challenge.
Yeah.
Hey, why you feel that way? You know what I'm saying? If there's no room for that, then you can go anywhere with this shit.
Another thing.
You know what I'm saying?
What does that... This clearly shows us that we have no say and that the state actually controls our children.
That ass, though.
And has ownership of our children.
That ass, though.
Because now I can't even speak to my child about that.
Yeah,
because one, I'm not certified.
Yeah.
And two, even if I was certified, you still can't speak. Why? Because that's conflict of interest. It's your own fucking child. You can't speak to them. And even if it's not conflict of interest, you still can't speak to them. Why? Because 1172 was passed.
That's
so
insane.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I'm talking to my kid.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
Now,
niggas not moving the floor.
I'm gonna read this real quick. This is section B of Article 15. It's labeled Article 15, Sexual Orientation Change Efforts. Section B, 1. Sexual orientation change efforts means any practices by mental health providers that seek to change an individual's sexual orientation. This includes efforts to change behaviors or gender expressions, or to eliminate or reduce sexual or romantic attractions or feelings toward individuals of the same sex. Basically, what the hell that's saying is, if I'm a 60-year-old pedophile and I just raped your 6-year-old child, you cannot tell that child, you cannot speak to that child in terms of, no. What I was going with this is, if I'm 60 years old, if I'm a 60-year-old male and I raped a 6-year-old child, technically, under this law, I am operating within the parameters of it from the male standpoint. Even though what I did was bad in terms of pedophilia. Even though what I did was bad. Another thing it states is, if you're under 18, if you're under the age of 18, meaning 17 all the way to 1-year-old, you automatically know about sex. That's what the fucking crazy thing about this shit is. You didn't think about that, right?
Nah.
That's crazy. A child automatically thinks about sex. If a 5-year-old boy wants to wear a fucking dress, he automatically is in tune with his sexuality. He wants to be a girl, and we have heard men say, I've heard men say, like niggas who was convicted of pedophilia, oh, he came on to me. She came on to me. They came and they sat on my lap and they was talking to me. They came on to me. A fucking child wanted you to fuck them.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy you saying this, because I came across a page not like a few days ago, and there was that same rhetoric of like, you know, girls, like young boys and girls, like they be giving consent and they be down with it too. And this guy had a whole Twitter page dedicated to defending the rights of pedosexuals, people that are pedophiles. And they was he was just, he was saying things like, like the kids be in cahoots with it, and like it's an understanding that they about to engage. I'm just like, this shit, and the nigga had like 700 followers. That shit was crazy. Son, this shit is crazy. I really don't have, this shit is crazy, son. Pedophilia, fucking little kids, is on the rise right now.
Not to mention, this guy, he received 90 days of house arrest. He was a 79, I think I spoke about this. 79-year-old Lyle Burgess raped a 5-year-old girl. Yeah, he molested her.
It should be life in jail.
And get 90 days in prison. Old white guy.
I seen that.
She came on to me. She came on to me.
So, okay. See, my thing is,
I no contest. I plead no contest.
See, my thing is about that is, and I'm about to play white devil's advocate again.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say she did come on to him, right?
A 5-year-old girl?
Look,
I'm not going along with this. It's not realistic.
I know it's not. It's not. That's why I said I'm playing white devil's advocate.
Oh yeah, fuck me. Fuck
me.
And
another, let's say we in Twilight Zone, and for whatever reason, this 5-year-old child came on there. You still get life, nigga. You still get life.
I'm not even gonna entertain.
Cause you a fucking adult, and you, nigga, you're a fucking adult. You should be the one to be like, hell no, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're the authority. You're supposed to know right from wrong. You're supposed to know this is fucking wrong, nigga. This is a baby. Obviously, that's not what happened. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? 5-year-old kids don't know that. And even if some kid been around some shit and he was touching it, I don't know. Still, that's some sick shit. You know what I'm saying? It should never go down in any form.
I don't agree
But
with this whole
I'm saying,
shit
is that why he got 90 days? Because that was his defense. She came on to him, and Judge was like, well,
I was just saying she came on to me. He pleaded no contest.
I never even heard of that.
Me neither. But he was wealthy. The news said like he was clearly a wealthy old man.
Wealthy and white.
Yeah. So
two factors, right?
So yeah, he got off.
Is she Jewish?
I don't know.
Is she Catholic?
It's probably a fusion of both.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
it's pedophilia shit.
It's until like I looked at it from that standpoint, like, yo, they're smart because from 1 to 17, I could molest you so much that fucks up your temperament, your way of thinking.
You start thinking it's acceptable.
And now when you 18, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna either do this to a young person now because of what was done to you.
Yeah.
Or you just might be openly.
Without even realizing that is wrong, because it's done to you. Because
there was no outlet for you to speak to.
Yeah.
So
and
they're smart. They're protecting themselves.
Kids growing up in that.
Exactly.
We don't have kids, but
they're protecting themselves.
Yeah.
More
fucked up. Safety net.
Yeah. But let's go into some more fucked up laws that were recently passed.
Damn.
Florida. The state of Florida recently passed a stand your ground law that exclusively for police officers. So now what does that mean?
That sounds worse.
What does that mean now?
That means
it means that
they could just shoot you without.
It could just shoot us
without, and using their own discretion. I felt threatened.
Exactly.
They say that already.
They felt threatened. George Zimmerman said it.
They already had that already.
The guy who shot the kid at the gas station said it. The cop who shot the guy
the cop that killed the kid in the Hate You Give movie, nigga. I'm still hot off that. That movie had me almost cry 3 times. Yeah, that's crazy.
So not only that, but
it's like they already had that implemented into their fucking job. Now it's like a law.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be worse.
Exactly. They have 100% immunity now. If you're not black.
I definitely gotta tell
you black cops in Florida, don't shoot no white person talking about you felt threatened.
Yeah.
And they had a cell phone in their hand.
Yeah.
Because niggas coming for your head. But
you know what?
Another thing about this is if they use this assertion of I was standing my ground and I felt threatened, the case doesn't even have to go to trial now.
Just thrown out.
Thrown out. Because why? The judge is gonna be in cahoots with the police station or the police agency or whatever. You tell me you feel for your life. Hey, we're all batting for this side of the legal team or the legal fence. You see what I'm saying? So, case thrown out, I make money, the DA make money, the prison make money, Core Civic make money, everybody make money. And all I gotta do is invest in this shit because why? The prison system is privatized. So I'm making money for just throwing out a fucking case.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like Monopoly. I buy this, so you bet on that, and
it's sad, son.
Yeah, it's just crazy. No, but I was gonna say that it's a part in
the movie.
It's a part in the movie because Common is in the movie. He plays a cop.
The uncle, right?
Yeah, he's the uncle. Yeah, you seen it?
I know a little something about it.
Okay.
And he couldn't go against the badge.
Yeah.
In a sense.
In a sense, but this part, I ain't gonna front. I don't even know why this part kind of fucked me up, but when this part, you know how you watching something and like you don't really tear up, but like you know that like some shit just hit your heart. That like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, damn, that shit fucked up. That shit had me. It was a part where there was I forgot the girl's name. Oh, her name was Star. You seen the movie?
I saw the commercial.
So they talking in the driveway, and she's asking him. They speaking about the shit that cops go through or whatever, and well, she's mad about what happened or whatever, and he starts saying things like, well, if it's a woman in the car, we start thinking that they're gonna try to distract me, and if he's taking long to get his, he basically explaining things that happen in a cop's mind when somebody in a car is maybe they're arguing back and forth, maybe, you know, if he's moving too much, maybe they're hiding a gun, maybe, you know, if they don't want to. He said something that stood out to me. He said if they're going back and forth about the ID, he said if it's just an ID, instead of just getting it, why are you making such a big deal? Is it something you're hiding? You're hiding a gun, maybe some drugs. So this is going through their mind, right? And then he said when he asked him to get out or whatever, if he sees them reach for something, he's thinking, all right, I'm already suspecting him. Maybe it's most times it's a gun.
Yeah. So
we not asking put your hands up, we shooting. And then the girl was like, if it's a white man, are you shooting or you asking put your hands up?
Asking to put their hands up.
And he said, I'm asking to put their hands up. That shit, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. My heart was like, that shit fucked me up.
You didn't expect to hear that.
I didn't expect to hear that.
That's the thing, exactly.
I was like, damn, like I know that,
especially
but
from a black person,
I'm like,
too.
Damn, yeah. Like what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And like I said,
that shit is crazy.
That's the fucking truth right there in the movie. But what are the majority of us gonna look at it as? Just a movie.
Right. Nah, that shit was real. And the whole time, I know I'm not supposed to do this, cause law of attraction, your thoughts become things. I kept on seeing me in that position. I kept on seeing my face on that nigga's face. That's just the mental anxiety I get. Like I just kept on seeing me in a situation like me. I don't bother nobody. I just be me and you both, like everybody I know. If this happened to any one of us, it's always the niggas that we don't bother nobody. Our family love us. We calm. We calm. We calm. Niggas at our job fuck with us. Like everybody is, and then something just, you find out it happens to that person. You like, what, Dominique, or what, him? It's always like that. And that's always in my head. Like, damn, if something was to happen to me, niggas would be devastated. Like, he don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about like, yo, me having to explain. And then in the part of the movie, the nigga was one of the cops. No, it was in the Black Klansman. Cause I watched that too. So watching these back to back, I ain't gonna front, it had me hot, but I had to come back to my senses. Like, I can't be racist.
You was on your anti-white people shit?
I was on my, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, I think it's just fuck all y'all. Not white people with the cop shit. I still feel that way though. Fuck cops. Fuck the police department as an organization, as a group, as an academy, as a whole. Not every single one of them are bad. But as an academy, the whole shit is trash.
Nah, I'll say this. If you got shot by person A, but person A was with person B, right? And they were together. Person A shot you. How would you look at person B? He didn't do nothing. He didn't say nothing. It's like, it wasn't me. I didn't shoot him. But he wasn't me.
But he was beside him when he shot me?
Yeah.
I mean, I would think he was in cahoots. Like, damn, you beside.
You enabled or you possibly co-conspired, right?
Yeah.
Cool. The police department in the United States was established to preserve and maintain order for... Maintain property of wealthy people, preferably whites. Well, mainly whites.
Yeah.
And preserve the status quo that was set up. So when we see white officers or Hispanic officers who identify as white, because I've seen couple, like them niggas legit tell the fucking news, I'm Puerto Rican, but I identify as white.
Yeah. I'm
Mexican, but I identify as white. I'm Cuban, but I identify as white.
Right.
So all that, miss me with that bullshit. When we see them killing black people for the most maniacal shit, you know what I'm saying? We cannot be emotional and react out of emotion, and ignorance. We have to come to terms with why was this shit established and what is the foundations of its inception. And we will see that regardless of if you're a good cop or a bad cop, all a good cop is someone with good intent joining this organization to bring change. But when they get in, 90 to 95 or 90 to 99% is already corrupted, and this is how we run this shit.
Right.
Now, you could go to another department, or you could choose to stay and shut the fuck up. You choose to stay, you are now one of us.
Right. And
that's why they be on that, oh, it's blue before anything else.
Blue
no,
silence.
You're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Them niggas is white over anything else. They just use that to fucking corroborate and indoctrinate your damn mindset. Now, if you go with the other option, you go to another precinct or another jurisdiction now, it's the same exact shit going on over there.
Yeah. Because it's not the precincts, it's the whole shit.
And the higher you go, you join the DEA, the FBI, the CDC,
it gets
whatever
deeper.
It is. Whatever three-letter demonic institution, organization you want to join here in the U.S., it's the same agenda being pushed.
Yeah, it's deeper. And that even goes to the Black Klansman. This was a cop.
Yeah.
There's a cop in the movie who was hella racist. Was killing black people, unarmed black people, was calling people niggers and shit. And man,
Which cop was that?
I forgot his name, but remember at the end they got him arrested in the bar. He was coming on.
Oh, he was killing black people?
They said like the year prior, a couple years prior, he killed this innocent black kid and said he was threatened. But
he's coming on to Denzel Washington's son girlfriend when they were sitting at the booth.
And with on the middle of the movie, the black guy who was playing Ron, who's the main character.
Yeah, the Jewish guy.
They was like, yo, y'all know he's racist and y'all don't get him out of here. And it was like, yo, man, like, we know he's bad, but we a family. And even when you family, you know, you stick together. That shit started to me. I'm like, that's really how these niggas think. Like, because if I had a brother or a cousin that was, I'm not saying that he was a killer, I'd go to the cops, but like, see, that's the thing. That's where it's like, because honestly, if I had a cousin who I knew murdered somebody, I'm not going to tell him.
I'm not telling on him. We gonna need him for when these white niggas act the fucking fool.
So that's
like,
so that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like I kind of understand what they mean by that.
To be quite honest,
but it's fucked up though.
Yeah. Because
we we family and like yes, I move off morality and shit, but there's really nothing. Soon as we born, there's like nothing really telling us besides you believe in God, telling us that, hey, you should not kill, you should not lie, all these things. So us just living our lives.
There is things. It's called instincts.
Right. If somebody kills somebody, who am I to say he's wrong? But you're in the
depending on the intent, what caused him, yeah.
Exactly. But you're in a police department where there's guidelines that's said, but y'all don't follow it. But y'all supposed to protect and serve. But you're being racist. So you're literally breaking y'all code. So then, actually, I disagree with them because you breaking the code. You supposed to be protecting and serving the people. It ain't like you just nigga that you got free with. You signed up for this job. You know what I'm saying? The
code is just there for show. It's kind of like the EEOP policy, equal employment. Oh, all of us are gonna be white. We're gonna be white executives, white officers, white managers, white department managers, white staff, but the janitors are gonna be black or Spanish. That's all it fucking means. All it means is we are integrated. The janitors. We are integrated on this piece of paper. And when the janitors, when the cleaning people come in, we don't have to be around them. They clean overnight. All right. Thank you, nigger. Thank you.
Wetback.
Jose.
Spick. Yeah.
Tom, I'll see you in the morning. You see what I'm saying? That's all the shit mean. Like, people be... that's why I'm like, yo, people are really lost out here. Like, oh, we made a lot of progress. We had Obama. Like...
That shit didn't mean nothing.
Y'all niggas is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that shit didn't mean nothing. That shit didn't mean nothing, really.
What did Obama do? Our homegirl from high school.
Oh yeah.
Dead ass tried.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah. She, I ain't gonna lie. She's she's very naive.
She came for me.
She's always been naive.
And
like
since
that,
she
though.
came for me, I just had to like, you know what?
She's always been naive. That's one thing I didn't like about her.
I can't.
She got all these smarts, but still dumb.
That's exactly. People think being book smart or theoretically, you know, intellectual means that you're smart overall. No.
Yeah.
She came for me, and she's on this whole Obama, this, that. I was like, what did Obama do? Oh, she had the fucking audacity.
That's her voice?
Yeah, that's her voice. Obama, he gave us Obamacare, and he showed the world that not all black people are hoodlums and ghetto.
We been showing that.
So Marcus Garvey was
right.
was ghetto. Elijah Muhammad was ghetto.
Right.
Malcolm X was ghetto. Martin Luther King was ghetto. Madam C.J. Walker was ghetto. The 4 women who helped with the NASA was ghetto.
Right. Inventors. All these things.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Right. Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I mentioned him.
Right.
You sound crazy. Yeah. Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, right. Even before, yeah.
All these people are ghetto.
Yeah.
Obamacare did not do anything for black people. It did things for people, poor people in America.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Like, yo, these people are fucking crazy. Yo, the media, you know, that's what watching MSNBC every fucking night does to you. Well, that's what watching Fox 5 every fucking night does to you. Yeah. That's what watching News 12 Brooklyn, Eyewitness News, whatever you want to subscribe to. Yeah. CNN, all this shit. Who owns it? Who the fuck owns it?
Yeah, right.
Who the fuck owns it?
Who owns that shit? White people, Jewish people, they own the media, man. They own that shit. They own that shit. So next time, I'm telling you, this is real fact. This not even like some shit we debating right now. This is some real fact shit right now.
And after I addressed her, I was like, yo, I just deleted her. I was like, I can't deal with that naive coon shit. I just can't. I can't. Yeah. You want to be all lovey-dovey, like, I'm going to be quite honest before we end this episode, too.
I got one more thing I want to mention before we end, though.
When I was growing up, on some real shit, now I'm going to hear this from the horse mouth, the monkey mouth.
The monkey's mouth. Coolest monkey.
I had desires, not that I wanted to grow up and actually do it, but I used to dead visualize. I used to think about being lighter, having a straighter nose.
I never knew that.
Dead fucking serious. Why? Because of my indoctrination from watching Zoe 101 all the time. Ned's Declassified all the time.
Yep.
All my favorite shows were majority white people.
Yep.
I used to fucking stay on Disney Channel.
Yeah, right.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, the schools were clean, the buses were new.
They had lockers, they went on school trips.
All this shit. They went out of state for regular trips.
Yeah.
To another country for like senior trips. I'm like, yo, like this shit is great. I wanted to move down south at one point.
Yeah.
You remember I was supposed to move to North Carolina.
Right.
At the end of my freshman year, I was legit supposed to move, but they thought I was joking.
Glad you did.
Yeah, I used to want to do all this shit. I used to have so much like visualizations and daydream about this shit.
Yeah.
I used to envision having white parents.
Really?
Like, so I could be economically and just socially
accepted.
No, not accepted, but more like forward in life. Like,
okay.
Like,
hey,
Dad, can I get $200 to go to the mall with my friends?
Big house,
yeah, son.
Fence, dog and shit.
Yeah, I used to watch. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
All this shit indoctrinated me. Dexter's Laboratory, Jimmy Neutron. Even though it's animated, the fucking protagonist is white.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I came into knowledge, I'm like, yo, this shit is bullshit. And you know who, in a sense, like, brought me to this, like, modern day temperament?
Your parents?
No, of course my parents, but as far as teacher, like school-wise, it's crazy. Mr. Fulham, a white teacher. He taught us the allegory of the cave.
Teachers, yeah.
The allegory of the cave, written by Plato, who was also white, but you know, tracing his not
He was a
back.
good philosopher.
He was a good philosopher, but he
shit.
studied in Egypt, and this is what
from
Black Egyptians.
Yeah.
His predecessors, Socrates, all of them. Socrates, father of medicine, Hippocrates, all of them. They give it up to Egypt, but the powers that be don't want us to know this. That these people actually walked or took a donkey to Egypt, learned, and then took it back to Greece. They don't want us to know that. So all of this shit would make you or make me aspire to be like the powers that be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you had true knowledge of self, you would be more prideful. You would have more integrity of yourself, about yourself and your people. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the funny thing. And the allegory of the cave basically said, like, yo, whatever you subscribe to, that is your cave. If you are a Christian, that is your cave. Muslim, that is your cave. Atheist, that is your cave. Why? Because by you subscribing to this mindset, this ideology, you are now...
You're shunning off
exactly
other ideologies and perspectives. You're not
and you're
open.
limiting your knowledge.
Yeah, you're being naive. You're kind of being biased.
Exactly.
Because you only see things your way.
Exactly. If you're gay, that is your cave. If you're not gay, that is your cave. Jewish, that is your fucking cave.
Right.
Demonic, that is your fucking cave.
Yeah.
But you can say what you want.
Yeah. Nah.
I just wanted to share that.
I'm gonna save the last topic for next episode, but it's crazy as you mentioned that because I was just talking to my sister about that 2 days ago when I went over to my dad's house on Sunday, and I tell her this damn near every week just to be it in her head.
Yeah.
She gets it, but I want her to get it more. She likes watching, you know, all Zoe 100, you know,
101.
101.
100.
Yeah, I don't know. Victorious and all the, you know, all the shows. And I told her this literally Sunday. I said, cause we read a chapter, and in the book Misadventures of Black Girl by Issa Rae, and I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was called, but the chapter was about her, like, in her schools, people would say that, like, she's not black enough because she talks she talks white. And I was telling her that it's no meaning of talking white. It's either you talk proper or you don't.
Exactly.
There's black people, Asians, Hispanics, Indians, Chinese, white people who speak proper, and there's those who speak broken English. They speak ghetto. Whatever that is, that's what you do. There's no speaking white or black, right? So then we got into the topic of, I was telling her that, you know how on TV you see all these girls, they got long blonde hair, they white, blue eyes, green eyes, and you may think that that's the standard of beauty. And she cut me off and was like, yeah, I always see that, but I don't look that way, so I don't like that. Like, I like my short hair. Like, she cut her own hair.
Where?
Like, no bullshit. Her hair was long when she was younger.
I remember.
And one day, her mom walked in the room, her hair was short. She said, I wanted it short.
She legit cut
She
her
literally
own
cut her hair with scissors.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, took her own fucking hair into her own hands and on the scent that was like, nah, I want my shit this way.
Yeah.
And, like, she cut me off and was like, yeah, I be seeing that all the time because... And she even said, like, she was like, even in Hollywood and movies and TV shows, all you see is white people. You barely see any black women. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, all right. Yeah, this is... Yeah, right. So, that shit is facts. Like, that's the images we force-fed. I can't say that I don't remember me thinking that way. Probably mostly because in this country, I'm the fair skin, I'm the better version, like I said this before, better version. But I used to watch some shows and like, damn, man, I wish I lived in a house. I wish I lived in a 2-parent home that had a house. I wish I was rich. Man, I wish my parents was a doctor or something, you know.
Yeah.
What they see, all their parents are doctors and lawyers,
exactly.
and they, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody ever talk about bills. Nobody ever talk about. They taking trips,
right?
Watching Drake and Josh, all this shit. Like, I'm like, yo,
right. Nobody
driving
said
to high
they getting paid for the car note.
Like driving to high school and shit. Like, yo, I used to like, son.
Like, damn, why the fuck? Where's my car? My dad can't give me a car for my. Then you realize, like, look, this is not reality. This is not reality right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's some people's reality, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not ours.
Majority.
So I'm not hanging tight on it.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
So you got a fact of the week?
Come on, man. You know I stay strapped. There's something called the Havara Agreement. All right. So the Havara Agreement, like, it's funny. Remember earlier I mentioned something called the Balfour Declaration?
I think so.
So the Balfour Declaration was basically during World War One, the Germans were winning because that's when they surprised the world with the U-boats, submarines, right? Whooping the British ass, whooping, you know, Russian ass, all that, right? They came to Britain and they said, you know, you could sign this peace treaty and end the war right now. A group of Zionist Jews, and all Zionists mean is Jewish nationality. Like, we want a state for the Jews, of the Jews. That's all it means, nationality. That's why they don't want black nationalism rising. Because we could form a entity similar to theirs, trump theirs. Basically, the Germans considered it, and then the Jews came in, Zionist Jews, a handful came in. They said, you don't have to sign this. We could get America into the war on your side as an ally. You could beat the Germans, and we win. In addition to that, we would like a land for ourselves. Palestine, i.e. Israel. That's basically the Balfour Declaration. We want it in writing when they agreed on it. So they agreed to it. They was like, okay, we want it in writing now. Balfour Declaration. Now, 20, 30, whatever, some odd years later, Havara Agreement, 1933, right? What this is this is the same year that Hitler got into power in Germany, right? 1933. This agreement basically, well, they already had Jews in Israel, but they wanted to build up Israel. Remember when I was saying in the beginning, Palestine was like 90% and Israel was a small section, and then over time, Israel kept growing and Palestine kept shrinking. They wanted to, you know, bring more Jews to Palestine, Israel, right? So what the Havara Agreement did was basically Jews in Germany would sell their belongings. The money would go to a bank in Germany, and then after their belongings that they gave up was sold by the bank, liquidated into cash, it was transferred over to a bank in Israel, and that would in turn pay for the passage of the Jews in Germany to Israel. The main reason for World War II that they taught us, I remember they taught me, was the German economy was shot after World War I, and Hitler in turn used the Jews as a scapegoat for the economic system in Germany being so fucked up. Right. So them being the scapegoat, he wanted to exterminate them.
Right.
He thought they were the cause. So going back, if you're a Jew living in Germany, sell all your belongings, sell your TV, your couch, the house, whatever. Give it up to the German government. The German government sells it, whether it's domestically or internationally, for that cash. The money gets transferred over to the bank in Israel. Now we, as the Jews in Israel, would pay for your passage because you needed 1,000 pounds in 1,000. It equated, like, one German Jew was equated to paying 1,000 pounds, which is Britain currency.
So they were just selling their shit to get them
passageway to Israel.
When they get there, what they gonna have?
Well, it also paid, being that it's in the bank in Israel, it also was, you know, cash on hand for you to set up and, you know.
Okay.
So the funny thing about that is they never spoke about this in school. They never mentioned Havara Agreement.
I
mean, why would they? I mean,
the funny thing
I can't
about
be
that
told,
as well.
I don't pay attention in history class.
They never mentioned that. I'll tell you that right now. They never mentioned that shit.
I bet.
Even a Jewish, it's a Jewish guy that wrote a book. It's called The Secret Agreement, because it was an agreement between Zionist Jews and the Nazi regime. So now, if the Nazis were killing Jews, why were Jews having a meeting with the Nazis?
Yeah.
When you gave up your property, your belongings to the German government, and they liquidated to basically get its economy functioning again,
right.
The money also went to the Nazi regime. So you in turn was empowering them economically to buy more, to equip themselves with more, gases, trains.
So they was helping them kill their people?
In a sense.
That is fucking crazy.
And that's the Avara agreement.
That's fucking crazy. Okay, so just
Back to
reiterate this for me.
Yeah.
Before we end this. What was the biggest benefit of them doing that?
They felt that
in exchange for
money? in a sense.
In exchange for money to their banks.
No. They were in turn getting some Jews at least. We were saving some Jews at least. Because if we didn't do this, then...
But how many Jews died? They say...
But that's another thing. That's...
800 million?
No, they 800 million. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, 800,000? 700,000?
No, they claim 6 million.
6
but
million.
Because of this, because I never knew about this, now it's found. Now it's said that some Jews were saved, and when I say some, I don't mean like 17 or 2 or some shit. So it makes me want to question how many Jews did indeed die, because Jews escaped Germany.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein being one of them. He wasn't from Germany though. He was from somewhere else. Karl Marx. I didn't even know Karl Marx was Jewish, but they escaped Europe just before the Nazis started going crazy.
Yeah.
So now it makes me want to question: was it actually 6 million?
Yeah.
Because it's his story.
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's his books. It's his lectures. It's his. And this is a Jew that actually put this story out. And Israel, the Zionists, when they found out the book, it was published in 1984. Well, not the agreement. The agreement was a legit thing, but it was a guy. I forgot his name. I'll get his name by next episode. But when he put it out, they tried to stop him. They tried to discredit the book. They tried to shut him down. They tried to we're not gonna publish your shit. All kinds of tactics. And he's Jewish. He was like, as he was doing research, gaining all this knowledge, he was like, it was pissing him off. I mean, I would understand. I could only understand if I'm pissed off. Yeah. Because I'm being lied to. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Imagine this is your grandparents. This is your great grandparents. This is your parents. This is your religion.
Yeah.
And you was taught something totally opposite. They left this out.
Right.
Your own people left this out. And it was a coin. On one side of the coin was the Nazi swastika. The next side was the I think it was the 6-pointed Star of David.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. It was a coin that they used to print. I'll show you the picture right now.
They had their own currency of coins?
I don't know if it was a legit currency in circulation, but
Alright, this is gonna be a bad joke, but alright,
motherfucker. Look, it's 10 of y'all motherfuckers. Alright, we're gonna flip this coin. Whatever, if it lay on the swastika side, your ass in the gas chamber. If it's the other side, then you free to go.
See, there's a man right here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a lot of shit that's written down in history books that's supposed to be facts is dead ass wrong.
Dead ass wrong, or just misly placed in different times. Like, that's wild. But let's get the fuck out of here.
You got anything else to say? You got anything else you want to say to the people?
Nah, man. Read, and
or have friends like this.
Do your own research.
That can send you links and shit.
Do your own research. Knowledge is power. Readers are leaders. Be your own man. Control your own destiny. Control your own thoughts. And
there you go.
Believe in God. Well, don't believe in God. Have knowledge of God. And yeah, each one teach one.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bang.